don't know how these people be doing it with these intros, but listen, it's not that serious. I used the Juvia's Fall Festival palette to come up with this look today, and I used the Ofala and Odahu. I think that's how you say it. If you would like to see how I came up with this here look, please keep on watching. If you haven't subscribed, please hit the link below. If you want to go ahead and turn on that notification bell, you can go ahead and do it. Do that as well. And you guys go ahead and be blessed and take care. Enjoy. All right, so we're going to just jump right in. I'm doing a 2 shadow tutorial today just for a natural look. Today's palette I'm going to use is the Juvia's Place palette. I just got it a couple of days ago, and I've been wanting this one for a long time. I got all the other ones, but I don't know why I just never really got this one, so I went ahead and purchased it. Got it brand new. All these colors, they're so pretty. Oh, Ofala. I like that one. So I'm going to just pull out 2 colors. Should I go with something that's kind of sort of like my dress? I don't know. So let me go ahead and prime my eye. And I'm just going to use the NYX shadow eyeshadow base in Skin Tone. Skin Tone looks like this. My mirror is right here in front of me. Okay, that's one. And I guess I got the base on. I don't need too much. I really love this base. I had it for a long time, and I like it a lot. And you're just going to go ahead and get that into your skin. Apply it evenly, nice and even coat. And I just typically go up just above my crease when I do it. If I look off to the side, I'm looking at my viewfinder. Just a little above my crease, excuse me. And that's that. So my goal this week, let's have a little chitter chat while we're putting on this shadow. But my goal this week is to do 2 makeup looks, and then I'm working on some grown-up conversation content, which I think will be really good, like beneficial. I did have a video that I had just did in the car one day. It was just on my heart to talk about being an unwed mother, not so much as just being oh, I got a fluffy brush, just to get this in, but just about being an unwed mother, single parent, I guess, but I like to call it unwed because you can be a single parent and have a boyfriend that helps you out and your status is single, but you know what I'm saying, you got somebody there helping you. So I'm going to go in with this Oro, I think. Let's try it, and then we're going to get us a fluffy brush. But I had did a video about being an unwed mother and all that comes with being an unwed mother. Fluffy brush, and make sure you can see it. And I know I'm not the only person, right? So, and then here's the thing. Oh, this is not going to even show up, huh? Okay. Here's the thing, and I'm just going to use this as a transition. This is not going to be a shadow look. This is just going to be right in between. Because as you can see, it did nothing. But the thing is, like, everybody's experience is different. And I think that day, I was just in a moment of thinking about what I didn't know prior to having a son or having a child. And you know how, like, when you get pregnant or whatever, or even before, I know for me, I didn't understand completely. I'm just working that in. I just didn't understand completely how much your life would change. Like you're never ever 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 going to just be you. Like never, it's never going to be just you. Once you have a child and your child enters into the world, honey, who you no longer exist, and it's not like you just go away, but your care and concern and worry is always going to be on your child. And then for me, I think I'm at a place now, because when I say I'm an unwed single mom, I have no boyfriend, no family in the area. I have been doing doing this parenting solo for it'll be 10 years in October. But I feel like it's 10 years because I was pregnant, so that counts too. Anyway, I'm gonna use a kind of flat, fluffy brush, and I'm going. Do I want to? Do you want to? Yes. Okay. Why not? I'm gonna go into Opala. She's like an orangey reddish color, and she kind of matches what I got on. And okay. And she came, and she didn't come to play. Okay, understand. But I'm gonna like it though. But anyway, so I've been doing it by myself, and what I find now is, as he's getting older, I'm having now the opportunity to learn me, because he doesn't need me as much. So that's where I was kind of going with that conversation. Like when you decide to have a child, you just don't understand the impact of having a child until you have it. Even like, I'm gonna just push that out just a little bit. Even with having a kid, and then you have to think about the other person, and you got to consider what their beliefs are. And then like when you go and go into delivery, then and you're single, they're going to ask you, do you want this person to come in? And that's the child father, and you could be like, yeah, we had a good day, so he can come. Or you can be like, man, his ass gonna sit outside. You know what I'm saying? Like, it can be one of those days. You know what I mean? But then again, you always have to consider your child. Like, I'm just buffing out that line. You always have to consider the child. And like, back to what I was saying about me, my son's father, like, I wasn't doing that. Let me tell you, and I'm like this with anybody. When you're a single parent, I think I'm going to go in, the group, you child, I don't know what that is, but I'm going to go into this one. When you're a single woman, and you have a child, just to be honest, you want to understand legally what the requirements are. It's not just about child support. It's about the livelihood of your child can be taken by the state, by the other parent, the other parent, grandparent. Like, it's a whole legal situation. So if you're single as a female, you need to understand legally what your options are. And for me, I wasn't about that life, and my son, dad, and I were not together. And I just knew I wasn't going to marry him. And I'm sure he felt the same. He probably felt the same. But I knew I wasn't going to marry him. But for me, I don't mind being 50-50, but we needed to establish custody. And I knew for me, I was going to take care of my son wholeheartedly, alone, because I was an unwed mother, right? So I didn't expect For, you know, for us to be like, oh yeah, you know, I expect for him to be like, yeah, I got him on this weekend, you get him. But I didn't expect that. I did not expect that. And everybody's situation is different. However, I'm here to say, legally, you want to know what it is. No one has custody of a child until they go out and say, hey, let me establish custody. Until then, that child is a ward of the state. Which I was like, what? And then my son's father is not from America. What I did not want is him to uproot him. And I did not like, you know, I don't want to play with my freedom. Take my child, you play with my freedom. You understand? And it's just because it was never established. So I can't be like, oh, he illegally took him out of the country, because I'm just putting that right in the inside. See that? So I couldn't be like, oh yeah, he just uprooted him, and then they're gonna be like, well, did you guys have a custody agreement? And then I'll be like, why would we have a custody agreement? He lives with me. And they're gonna be like, because technically he didn't just take him then. And I was not going for that. Like, I was not gonna go for that. So I went ahead and I went down there and I found the information, or the necessary paperwork. I'm gonna go back into that. Ophala. I'm gonna go back into it, and I just want to deepen it just a tad on the edge into the crease. But I just didn't want to take that. I just didn't want that. I did not. I knew my son's father was not from America, Jack, and what I did not want to do, and I had never been to his country, and what I just was not willing to do is to even have that door open, or even not even a door. I just didn't want the window to be open of options. And I'm not saying he can't take him, but there needs to be a legal process of my understanding that, hey, we are going out of the country, and we are because listen, that would be playing with my freedom, girl. You know, so that's how my message was, you know, being an unwed mother and being a single mom. Cool, you know, if you got boo thing or somebody and your mom help you and stuff like that, and you know, you might be the primary supporter, but then you have some people helping you. That's great. But when you're a whole 100% the person, like you can't have a sick day. I'm sorry, I'm stuttering because I'm very passionate about what I'm saying. But you can't have a sick day, you know? So it's just thinking about it. And then, like, my mom always raised me to be mindful. If you have a baby, you having that baby. Like, she always said it. And my mom always took care of us. I'm taking the Ofala, and I'm going to put it under. But she always used to say, you know, when you have the baby, you having that baby. And I don't even know why it's like that, though. Like, why men have options, it seems. And that just may not even be really like that. But it's almost like, I'll be honest, like, when I was pregnant, I was by myself. Like, and I probably was a little hard. I ain't gonna even lie and be like, oh, you know, he just didn't show up. No, honey, I just didn't wait. Because I was on it. Once I found out I was pregnant, once I got over the shock of being pregnant, let me see if I can get you to see. Once I got over the shock of being pregnant and accepted that that was going to be what it was, because I wasn't young, but I just didn't expect to get pregnant, to be honest. Because I was honest. I was like, I don't even remember having sex. So dumb. So I promise I was in the doctor and I said, I don't even remember, because we were like, I mean, you know, like we were on the outs, you know what I'm saying? And I think it was that one last time, hurrah, hurrah, which I'm so thankful. I ain't gonna say I'm so thankful for. And yeah, y'all, I forgot to put in that crease. No, I put the crease color in, so I'm gonna just go back in. See, it's always one I want to do more. But we wasn't like together because I was on my hustle I was working hairstylist, honey. So I was working. That's all I was doing. So this I gotta go by fast. I was working. And then I had already said I wasn't having children. Like, that's just what it was. So that's why I was kind of like, what you mean? You sure? And of course, they want to make sure you know for sure. So they got to do a daggone ultrasound. And I'm like, that's in me? Woo, hold on. And then I was like, oh, my mama going to be so disappointed. But the thing, too, is I'm just going underneath. When you get pregnant, come to terms with your pregnancy before you have your baby, because you want to enjoy every part of it. And I would say become close to God, get that relationship, make it so solid so when you have that baby, you would have the support spiritually, because postpartum is real. Okay, so I'm just using those two colors, and I might look washed out because bright ass ring light. But that's gonna be that. But buff out them edges though, because you don't want to walk around looking like a clown. But yeah, so you just want to make sure you are spiritually in alignment, so you can take care of that baby, because that is your new assignment. No, I did not do that. I did not do that. So it took me some time to adjust. I had a lot of crying days. Baby here. And I'm in tears. And it took me a while. But, you know, a lot of times, I guess I could do a video with postpartum. I'm just putting liner on before I put my lashes on. With postpartum, you know, sometimes like, I remember they used to always like, do you feel like you're gonna hurt yourself with a baby? I'm like, hell no, the baby fine. Like, I'm never, like, that was never even, thankfully for me, entered into my thought, you know. I just lost me. And I didn't know how to get me back, like getting dressed. I remember I used to cry when I had to go to the store because I wasn't used to having to get a car seat. And then when I wanted to leave, honey, I would just be out. And I just didn't like attachments, you know? So when I had this baby, now I got an attachment. And, you know, it's just... So, ladies, I mean, like, you want to be a mom? Great, you know, but you don't... I'll just say, make sure your spirit is in alignment. Make sure you're listening to God and let God guide you on what you should do and how you should go about it. And don't allow yourself to believe you are alone, because there's so many options available as far as having support. Okay, so that's that. Okay, but yeah. Oh, so back to what I was saying. For me, I'm going to see. I got another. For me, I'm like now, so 9 years later, I got through a lot of things as far as being a parent initially. But like 9 years later, this is just a shadow to go up here. I know I said two shadows, but I had to put something under my brow because I never said it. After I, my dog. Oh yeah, that's another thing. I had a dog I had a dog, and I was cool with my dog, you know what I'm saying? Because I was like, yeah, I wanted him. I went and got him. I was good. And my dog was my baby. But when you throw a real person, I just didn't want to ruin them. You know, I didn't want to mess up. You're going to mess up. you're going to mess up a bunch of times. And you're not going to always know what to do. But if you listen, you will teach yourself while you're teaching your child. Anyway, so yeah, now I'm back. I probably all over the place with this video, but I'm just chit-chatting and just doing a 2 shadow look. I'm getting me some lashes. So now, fast forward 9 years later, I'm in another crossroad when it comes down to my son, because he doesn't need me the same, and I have made myself so available that now I'm just like, so what do I do now? Like, and when I say I've made myself so available, I don't socialize. I don't have, like I said, I'm single. So I'm just like, and you know, he spends time with his dad more. So, or not more, but more than he did in the beginning. I can't find my. So like now I'm like, okay. And like now I'm really building, so I'm keep on saying like now, but I'm building my relationship with my God. Here we go. And so he's telling me like now what I need to do going forward. And it's not like this, my parenting assignment is ending, it's just changing. You got to be aware of that. It's not going to always be the same. Your kid might need you a lot. It's going to need you a lot in the beginning. But then as they age and develop, they won't. And guilt just don't let you alone. Even though you're doing everything you know to do. And you feel like, you know, I know for me, I feel like I'm doing everything I know to do. Guilt. So you want to have a baby. Wait. Even, and I say that even if you are married, you just got married and you're newlywed. Wait. Because once you go to be somebody's parent, you don't go back. And that's that. So we got those lashes on.